Five gallons has been taken out. This is a problem for me because it shows me that the wine is still making gas and pushing that this level is lower than this level. The best way to stop fermentation is to let it stop itself. Now I will be adding some chemicals to prepare the wine for bottling to stabilize the wine, to inhibit further fermentation in the finished wines. Camden tablets, I bought a lot of them. There's 100 here. I'm going to need one for each gallon, so I'll use 5. There's the 5. Now this stuff, you can really smell it. It's active. If you keep it around too long, it really does lose a potency. So I'm going to wrap it up really well. Here's another one. I wrapped up the sodium metabisulfite. This jar says half a teaspoon per gallon. I'm measuring in a sanitizer solution. 2, 3. I'm going to need to mop the floor. So now it'll sit and I'll watch the activity in this vapor lock. I want to see how active this is by this level. If it's active, I expect some of it because I just shook it around. It'll push down and then bloop underneath. That's all. I want to see this level changing. That's what I want to watch. So it'll sit and stay, and I got to watch it from here. I'm glad it's done. The long-awaited time. We're going to do some bottling. Finally ready. Activity in the vapor lock. All-time low. Up there. Some has come out already. I'm just going to show how we get into the bottles. Basically, let's start with, we got our glass bottles, right? And some sanitizer solution. I've got this tube for siphoning. I'm going to make sure that gets into the sanitizer. Basically, everything we touch or use for the bottling will be cleaned and then put into the sanitizer solution, including our corks. One problem people have with corks is that they float. And if we want them to soak well, we can do this nifty trick. Got a Ziploc here. Fill it with sanitizer, right? Now we got my corks. I'm going to pop these corks in there. Let's start with a dozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got 12 corks. I'm going to seal the bag, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck out the extra air so they have to get soaked. That way they're totally soaked, and it's easy to use them with the corking machine. Alright, those will get wet and stay wet. Now we need to get these bottles in there. These are brand new bottles, so I'm going to rinse them and throw them in the sanitizer really quickly. They shouldn't need cleaning. It's new glass. New glass is kind of expensive. Put them down because, as we remember, it is the gas from the sanitizer solution that does all the cleaning, right? Right. I'll get as many of these as I can in the bucket. I I don't really want to launch another sanitizer bucket just to get these clean, so I'll just do it a second time if I have to. These can sit in the sanitizer for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. Is the time usually given. I don't think it matters too terribly much, because I just don't think it does. But we'll give it some time. How many can I fit here? Okay. That's just, what, 7? Okay, yeah. I got 7. I'll let those chill out. Trap the gas in. We're going to let the sulfur gas hit those and kill all the bad guys, and then we'll be back to siphon out that, the other half of this. The other half was taken out for samples. I did some bottling off camera, but it makes no difference. As soon as that thing empties, I will fill it back up again from the big batch, and then treat that new 5 gallon that I create when I fill that thing up again. That way we're sure that the fermentation has been halted. Till then, pushing right along. Here we have the glass bottles out of the sanitizer and the batch to be siphoned. One thing is you don't have to rinse this sanitizer out of the bottles. Just pour out what you can. It is food safe. That's why we use it. Now it's really just a matter of the actual siphon. Right out of here. If you need me to teach you how to siphon a thing, then maybe you need to start sooner than this video, that's all. Siphon simple. Tube is in the hole. Let's go. Time to fill up some bottles. Okay, I got those 7 full. Did some damage to that big bottle. No big deal. Doesn't do a big damage to the big jar. So, I'm going to pick those up, clean them up a bit. Let's do the corks. I'll get the corks out. Cork them 1, 2, 3, no problem. Watch me. Oh baby, look at that. That one went way in there too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 bottles. Now, all I have to do... these ones got wet. I'm going to cut up these labels and put them on with regular wide clear tape after I dry the bottles off. That's it. Then I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll call this whole project done. The only other thing is that when this 5-gallon empties, which I should be able to do with 5 more bottles, I will simply reload it like you've seen before. I already showed you, from the big jug, and treat that next 5-gallon with bottling chemicals. And I will continue that loop until it is all gone. I don't have enough glass for it. I would need more than 200 bottles, I think. Thank you for watching the bottling and the entire process, some of you, of the Big Banana. And I gotta say, this stuff is really strong. Only a person with a really huge imagination can still find the flavor of banana somewhere in these bottles. I'll show you the last little bit after this. That's the Big Banana bottling process. So, after all the work, tirelessly slaving over bananas, here it is. The stuff is super strong. If you like really sweet wines, it's not for you. It's the kind of thing that takes your breath away. Thank you for watching. That was it all. The bottling I will repeat again and again until the big batch is gone, but I expect that to take quite a while. So, enjoy. Thank you, YouTube. Have a good night.